You buy some Bitcoin on an app. The balance shows up right there. Looks exactly like a stock account. But here's the real question. Do you actually own it? Not does the app say so. Actually own it, the way you own money in your own hands. Let's find out. Here's your job. Throughout this video, real scenarios will show up. You decide, is this custodial or not? We'll check your answers later. By the end, you'll have 5 pieces of evidence: the wallet, the key, the exchange, who's really in control, and the blockchain itself. This is evidence number 1, the wallet. Everyone has one in crypto, but almost nobody can actually tell you what it holds. A crypto wallet doesn't actually hold your coins at all. Open it up, and what's really inside is something much smaller: a key. Wallet equals holds keys, not coins. Pin that thought, because the next piece of evidence explains exactly why that key matters so much. Evidence number 2, the private key. Not a metaphor this time, an actual, specific secret, and it's the one thing that really matters. That key usually shows up as 12 or 24 ordinary words, in order, your seed phrase. Anyone who has it can recreate that same key. Whoever holds this key controls the crypto. Full stop, no exceptions. Not the app, not a password reset, just whoever has this exact key. Evidence number 3, the exchange. This is where the actual purchase happens. Think of it as the marketplace, not your personal storage node. So here's the real question this evidence raises. After you buy it there, where does the actual key end up sitting? Exchange does not equal your wallet. That gap right there, between where you bought it and who actually holds the key, is everything. This is the fork in the road. Every single time you buy crypto, it splits one of exactly 2 ways. Let's look at both. Path 1, custodial. The exchange holds the key on your behalf. Convenient, but it means you're trusting them completely with it. Path 2, non-custodial. You hold the key yourself. More responsibility, but nobody else can freeze it, lose it, or take it. This is the fork that actually decides everything. Not the app, not the marketing, just this one simple choice every single time. Last piece of evidence, the blockchain. The public record underneath all of this. The part that never lies, no matter what any app shows. Every transaction gets permanently recorded here the moment it's confirmed. That part is public, unchangeable, and completely independent of any single company. But here's the catch. The blockchain confirms a transaction happened. It doesn't care who's holding the key at this exact moment. Only you and the key do. And there it is, the whole case laid out. 5 pieces of evidence, 1 fork in the road, and a lot more going on than most people realize. Quick recap, rapid fire: wallet, private key, exchange, custodial or not, and blockchain. 5 pieces of evidence. Now let's test what you've actually learned. Real case, someone buys crypto on an exchange app, sees the balance, and just leaves it there, never touches it again. Custodial or not? Freeze! Take your guess right now. Is this person's crypto custodial, meaning someone else holds the key, or not? Different case, someone buys crypto, then deliberately moves it onto a small hardware device they keep at home. Custodial or not this time? Freeze again. Same question. Custodial or not? Think about who's actually holding the key in this exact scenario before you answer. Last case, someone gets a message from support asking them to type in their seed phrase to verify the account. Custodial question or something else entirely? Last freeze of this round. This one isn't just about custodial or not. Something else is going on here. Take your final guess. Now here's the mistake that catches even people who understood everything so far. Trusting a number on a screen a little too much. That balance sitting there feels exactly like ownership. It's tempting to just trust it completely. But hold on, Is that actually true? Nope. That number is just what the exchange says it owes you, not something you actually control, until it's genuinely in your own wallet. This isn't hypothetical. It's exactly what happens when an exchange freezes withdrawals or shuts down. The balance was never really yours to control.
Case 1, left on the exchange app. That's custodial. They hold the key. Case 2, moved to a hardware wallet. That's non-custodial. You hold it.
And case 3, no legitimate support agent will ever ask for your seed phrase. That message wasn't a custodial question, it was a scam. So, the verdict. Technically, you own it the second the blockchain confirms it, but practically, you don't control it until you hold that key yourself. So next time you buy crypto, you'll know exactly which fork you're standing at, and exactly what it takes to actually own it. Case closed. Not your keys, not your coins. Remember that one line, and you'll never fall for the balance on a screen trap again.